What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I have some new news concerning Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen, of course, is an ex-MMA guy, UFC guy, and he had this to say about Anthony Joshua. He calls Anthony Joshua lazy, and he can't box worth a damn. He's total trash. Wow. Another hater of Anthony Joshua has emerged, but Chael Sonnen, one thing about Chael Sonnen, he's never been a favor or a fan of boxers, okay? He's a UFC guy. He's one of those guys that love to steal the boxing template of how UFC should run. So basically, UFC is based off of the rules of boxing. Chael Sonnen is one of those guys that he's a pro UFC guy, naturally, because he's a UFC fighter. But his main thing is strike. He's a grappler. He likes to wrestle. Ground game is decent, things of that nature. But all in all, Chael Sonnen hates boxers. Okay, he can't stand boxers. And I think it's always been an envy of Chael Sonnen. Recently, late last year, he hated on Mike. He said that Mike was on roids. Mike was taking PEDs and stuff like that. And then they both came back clean. Anthony Joshua, now it's Anthony Joshua's lazy, and his boxing is trash. Listen, let me counterpunch. First of all, Anthony Joshua is one of the hardest working fighters of today. The man stays in the gym. He's in the gym right now working on pre-stuff for Tyson Fury, doing his homework, watching Fury fights, watching Fury's moves and techniques and habits. He's that type of dude. He goes above and beyond. So how in the hell is someone like Anthony Joshua, how are you going to label him lazy? And I've heard some things in my life, but that's not one of them. I've heard people call him a robot, slow, stiff, right? Chinny, those type of things you said about Anthony Joshua. And the only thing you can come up with is you think that he's lazy and his boxing is trash. Like, that just shows you're a 100% hater. Because you don't even say the things that even fit the status quo of that fighter. He's lazy. Coming from somebody that never tested positive for PEDs like you. Coming from somebody that doesn't talk a bunch of shit and trash talk and still get their ass beat like you. You know what I mean? Chael Sonnen is one of those guys. He's good at what he does. He likes to sit in his chair and talk shit. Because as far as anything else, he needed an edge against the great Anderson Silva, and he still got his ass whooped twice. So that shows you he's one of those guys that you would call almost. Okay? He's almost famous. He's almost successful. Okay? He's almost that guy that you look at, but he's not. That's why he's a podcaster. That's why he talks shit and hates on everybody else. And as far as boxing, he knows boxers get paid more than he got paid. That's why, again, he's sitting in a fucking chair with his legs crossed, hating on boxers any chance that he gets. That's his thing. That's Chael Sonnen. And a lot of people that listen to him, they're a bunch of fucking haters. And a lot of times he makes those type of videos just to get views. And it's really not, honestly, he's a guy that should be a lot bigger than he really is. Being a ex-fighter, but you have to ask yourself, what did Chael Sonnen almost do? He almost did a lot of things, but he never did anything really, and he never completed anything. Okay? So for hating on someone like Anthony Joshua, that just shows you that he's a guy that hates people that are successful, because he is not. He is not a successful fighter. Again, almost. But when he put the needle to the booty, when he took performance-enhancing drugs, however he injected it or swallowed it or whatever he did, absorbed it in his body, he's a cheat. So Chael Sonnen is a shit-talking ex-UFC 3-time losing cheat. That's what Chael Sonnen is. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, That's my counterpunch on Chael Sonnen. You guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.